There we go. Hey, everybody, welcome to Rebel Religion and News. Jerry's actually at jury duty today, so let's pray for him.
Hopefully he'll get released soon.
Yeah, hopefully get released soon. He's not the defendant. He's just going to be a juror. So here we go. We got a couple topics today I want to talk about. It's mainly about entertainment and kind of an entertainment show for you today. The first part we want to talk about what's going on with music, Christian music and mainstream music. Carrie Underwood came out and said, you don't have to sell your soul to be successful in music. And in the second part, I want to talk about the TV show The Chosen, movies like The Great Awakening, and other Christian movies and shows that seem to have a really tough time trying to be promoted or get out so people can actually see them. Let me tell you briefly, though. Rebel Religion News, we take the news of the day and we just try to see where God is in all this and what His Word says, because His Word seems to be suppressed. You can't stop the Word of God at all. So it's our duty to kind of like say, okay, here's where God is in politics, society, culture, music, sports, etc. So let me start off. About a week ago, there was a show of American Idol. You probably heard of it.
I haven't watched American Idol in a long time. I don't know if I've ever watched American Idol.
But I saw the first season when Kelly Clarkson won.
Okay.
I think I saw the second season, and I don't remember who won.
Was that Carrie Underwood who won the second season?
It might have been,
I think
because
so.
she's been around for a while
Yeah.
now. Let's see. She shot to fame in 2005 as the winner of American Idol. After that, it dropped off.
The elementary school that I grew up going to was really close to Murray High School in Utah, where who was the one American Idol boy, the Mormon boy, who took second that year?
Oh, yeah. What was his name? I don't remember.
I can't remember, but I do remember getting out of school early one day because they had a big parade for him going through Murray City on State Street.
What
So,
was his
hey,
name? What's his name?
I can't even remember who he lost to.
Yeah, American Idol's been around, I think,
Yeah.
since 2004,
Yeah.
I believe. And it's great. Daughtry was big for a while.
That's right. That's right.
Of course, Carrie Underwood, Kelly Clarkson, Fantasia, I remember her, and of course Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson.
Who
Okay.
and so the ones that came out of there professing their faith more than anyone was Jennifer Hudson and Carrie Underwood. So why are we talking about this? Well, first of all, welcome to the program. If you have any comments, just go to our Facebook site or our YouTube site and leave a comment and tell us what you think. So here's what happened. Last week, American Idol had something called Faith Night, where they sing Christian songs, overtly strong Christian songs. And they called it Songs of Faith episode. And basically, you have all of these contestants plus a couple of surprise guests that are Christians, like Carrie Underwood. They come in and they sing songs like, let's see, How Great Thou Art, by contestants Philo, Canaan, and Colby, who I don't know who you are, but God bless you, I guess. They opened up the song with Lionel Richie and Luke Bryant, a Christian song called Jesus is Love. And it was done during Easter week, so it's just about a week and a half ago. And they sang lots of songs, a Chris Tomlin song. And and I didn't see it because I don't watch American Idol. They also sang Maverick City's music song called Gyra, which is very popular in contemporary Christian churches. Gyra is very popular. And Chris Tomlin's At the Cross. And a version of Nothing But the Blood, which we do that song in our church. So here's what happened. I saw a couple of the snippets of it. I didn't see the show. But people were standing up. Some people in the audience were praising God and lifting up their hands. And I love that kind of stuff. When Jesus is, not this manufactured Jesus, is promoted in entertainment like that. I love it. So here's what I want to ask you a question here. So Carrie Underwood comes out afterwards, does an interview where she says to these music artists, you don't have to sell your soul to make it successful in the music industry. Now, what do you think that means, sell your soul?
Peeling back the deep
Peel it back.
underbelly of Hollywood,
Yes,
right?
Hollywood entertainment.
And all the things that people have to do, right, to get popular there, all the deals you have to make. Um, yeah, I mean, heck, that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
Or even just drifting a little bit, and I'll not say that I'm a Christian so that I can get promoted here, or I want to sing Christian songs, but that's not popular, so I'll just do these other songs, things like that. I think that's maybe more what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And yet, what do we see? Hey, yeah, you can go on and do Christian songs that would be quite popular.
Yeah, there are entertainers that claim to be Christian. Unfortunately, sometimes being someone that for myself that it's had a pretty checkered past and a horrible past, frankly, because I was in the entertainment industry for years as a musician, singer, and I can tell you there are people that have literally said they've sold their soul, and there's a lot of popular entertainers out there that have said they've sold their soul to. I mean, I'm just gonna know the ones that I know. I've heard said they sold their soul, and Katy Perry was one of them. And there's others that basically said, "Well, I've just sold my soul," and basically that's making it the definition of that to what they're talking about is, I made a deal with the devil. I will serve you as long as I'm popular. And there's a lot to talk about here, but can you literally sell your soul to the devil, make a deal with the devil?
Sure, he is known as the prince of this world, right? Scripture calls him that, and so, I think, of course that's metaphorical language. It's not like you're talking to the devil right there, but compromising on whatever Christian values you might have, in order to gain something else, right? That'd be like selling your soul. That'd be like selling your soul, making a deal with the devil, right?
Yeah.
Or sometimes he can embody somebody who has power.
There you go.
And so then you make a deal with this person who has power. There you go. It's kind of like a deal with the devil.
Yeah, and see, the thing that bothers me, because, okay, so just quick background. My father was a musician. My grandfather was a musician. My dad was extremely popular where we're from, which is Hawaii, Honolulu, Hawaii. And, I mean, the thing to do when I was in high school, when you had a prom or the winter fest or whatever we had, was to go see my dad's show downtown. And, he was part of this band called Society of Seven, and you can Google them. They were basically this entertainment show band, but they had records and albums, and they had hit songs, and they had a couple of small minor hits here in the States, or we call it the mainland, because Hawaii is a state. But but it was, I've seen the entertainment. So at 18 years old, I'm playing in nightclubs.
Yeah.
And I'm doing concerts, and because my dad was popular, I became his drummer, and eventually I graduated to guitar. But we've done many concerts all over the place, and I've seen people here's my point. I've seen people start out in the music industry. They look so clean cut. They're so fresh. I just want to sing, and they come up with these wonderful songs. But after a year or two, their persona changes. Their demeanor changes. The music changes. I'll give you an example. Do you ever listen to Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes.
She started out as a sweet little country girl.
Yes.
I remember when she played in Orville like 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
She played at Gold Country, a sweet little country singer,
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, if you look at her concerts, she's dressed in red and black. She has they have like, what do you call them, ceremonies on stage.
Yeah.
She does these weird images that you can definitely say are not of God. And I remember also Dolores O'Riordan, who sang for a group called the Cranberries. And she started out sweet and innocent. Oh, she just looked like the girl next door. By the time she died of a drug overdose, she was all goth, black, short black hair. She started out as a blonde. Then just the music changed.
Yeah.
And there's more and more of these people that like that. Then have you ever heard of the 27 Club?
No.
Okay. The 27 Club, is anybody heard out there? The 27 Club is these people that started out in music, and they had this great, immense success within just a few years, but they all died at 27.
Oh. Okay, that's what you mean. Like Jim Morrison
Jim Morrison,
Janis Joplin.
Janis Joplin.
Yes, I am familiar with the 27
Yeah,
Club.
Kurt Cobain.
Yes.
And who's the girl that said, "You try to make me go to rehab"? I said, "No, no, no."
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
So they all died, and there's more
right.
people that died at 27.
Yeah, not just music, but I think Heath Ledger maybe.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
And he had just done the Joker.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to tell you here, there is a definite difference between singing for the Lord in His glory and suddenly singing for yourself and the world. Now, Jesus said it. Maybe you can help me with the direct Bible verse, but Jesus basically said, "You're either for me or you're against me. You can't play the fence."
Yeah.
You know.
Now, that's not to say if you want to be a country singer or a pop singer or something, that's not to say that you have to give up being a Christian in order to do that. You can glorify God by being a country singer or a pop singer, right? Yeah. But you don't need to make any backroom deals. You don't need to sell your soul, right? You can be a famous country star or whatever, and you could still go to church on Sundays, right?
Sure.
That could be your deal, is you don't do concerts on Sundays.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, and I remember, so here's the thing. If you become a entertainer, and even if you don't sing Christian music, like, let's say, like Amy Grant or...
Right.
The famous Christian...
Yeah.
I can't remember their names right now. Amy Grant, people that sing for, like, Mercy Me, they expect...
Michael W. Smith.
Michael W. Smith, that's the one I was thinking of. People expect you to live a Christian life, not that you don't have struggles.
Yeah.
But I remember when Amy Grant got a divorce, people actually stopped playing her music.
Yeah.
And there's our cue.
There's our music.
We're going to return back in just a couple minutes. We'll talk more about this and maybe shift over to movies and TV shows. But here on Rebel Religion in the News. Hey, welcome back to Rebel Religion in the News. We've been talking about can you be a Christian and still sing secular music or become popular in country music, rock and roll. And there are so many people that started out, and because I was in the industry, I've seen them start out and be corrupted. Frankly, just a quick testimony, I was singing in Hawaii, and I went to Los Angeles to be a rock star, and I will tell you, every time I got into a band or I thought we were going to do something good, I had to quit. It was like God was shutting doors. One band had to quit because it was the sexuality in that kind of music.
Yeah.
I had to pull. I was just a basic rock and roll singer. I mean, I wasn't one of those guys going, and I wasn't doing that, But I was just basically singing rhythm and blues, rock and roll. And there's other bands that there's a lot of jealousy, there's infighting. Right. Somebody didn't like the attention I was getting, and so it's it's a very cutthroat industry. But then thankfully God shut the doors. I moved up to Chico, thought my music career was over, walk into a church. The next thing you know, I'm a worship leader.
There you go. Yeah.
Rededicate my life to God.
Yeah.
So can it be possible here's the question for you. If you start out fresh, we were talking about some rock stars that started out fresh, ended up dead of overdose, worshiping Satan, basically. What do you do to keep that integrity so you don't be corrupted? What are the tools that God gives us to stay away from corruption? Right.
Having mentors, right? That'd be a good thing to
just
have somebody to talk to. Hey, the band wants to do this, whatever. Who is it? Mark Wahlberg, famous. I mean, we're not talking about movies yet, but he...
Yeah, good. It's a good transition.
He, before he gets any movie script, or when he's reviewing any movie script that he's potentially going to be in, right, I think he talks about it with his priest.
Yeah.
If it's... And so then he'll bring up, okay, it's got this going on, maybe lots of swearing, or this kind of... it's going to be R-rated, something like that.
I don't want to do a sex scene.
Right. And so he'll bring that up with the priest. They'll talk about it together. And so Mark Wahlberg, pretty famous for being a very successful Catholic actor.
And he's part of the app now, the prayer app.
Yes.
With Chris Pratt and Jonathan Ramey.
Right.
Hallow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But did you know that, good transition, did you know that Mark Wahlberg started out as a music entertainer rapper?
Okay. No.
Yep. You have to Google this. The reason why he became famous wasn't because of his acting.
Sure.
Because he had a group called Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. This was in the 90s, right? Late 80s, early 90s. And they had a hit song called Good Vibrations. It's a good vibration.
Okay.
Good sensation. Anyway, but it's sorry for the singing there. But he actually started out, and then he transitioned into acting because obviously he was a good-looking guy. He had a lot of charisma.
Yep.
He transitioned to movies, but his faith is so strong right now. He also supports supports an organization for Tunnel to Towers.
Right.
To help
Right.
to help veterans that have come back, unfortunately, physically disabled.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about the movies and stuff now. There's a movie out right now called The Great Awakening. And the problem is these movies that come out that are Christian themed, they can't get play in a theater. And once in a while, there's a breakthrough movie, but they don't put them on wide release because, frankly, the entertainment industry doesn't want a lot of Christian movies on the forefront.
Right.
Why not? What's up with that?
I mean, it's the general pressure, suppression of Christian imagery, the word, right? And if anybody's making an argument that, the movie theaters are going to lose money on putting a Christian movie in there, that's not true, right? Movie theaters don't make any money. They barely break even.
And how do they make their money?
They make their money from the popcorn and the sodas,
yeah,
right?
They're $8 medium popcorn.
They have a 1,700% markup on popcorn. That's how they make their money, right? They're not making money on the movies that they're showing. So really, it's to a movie theater's advantage to play more movies in order to get people in to buy the overpriced popcorn, right?
That's right. Sometimes I walk up to the concession stand here in Chico, the Cinemark, and I go, wow, it's $6.50 for like a medium Coke or drink, tea. And I go, I could go down to the store and buy a 6-pack of tea or drinks or something, and here I'm paying. But you accept that.
Right.
You accept that because it is entertainment. Me and my wife go there. It costs us $25.
Yeah.
And we sit down, we watch a good movie. Now, I will tell you that Angel Studios is doing their best to put out strong, clean movies. One movie I would suggest is a movie that came out with Kevin James. It's a rom-com. It's streaming, called Solo Mio.
I heard it was good, yeah.
It's clean. Yeah. There's no sexuality. There's no naked scenes. The acting is, and it was one of the most successful rom-coms of the year.
Yes, I did see
that. It did
that.
very well because it's a clean, and it's not overtly, in a sense, gospel-driven.
Yeah.
It's just a clean story, a very clean story. So I like that. The clean stories, and I say clean, I mean, not everything has to be F words and bodies uncovered to be a great movie.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, family movies do more money than some of those.
That's right.
Too many of them. Like even the cartoons like Mario, Super Mario.
Right. Mario, and there's another good movie that's in the theaters right now. Hail Mary, right. And they're both doing very well, and they're both super clean, right?
Exactly.
Pixar, for as good as they used to be, now they're still owned by Disney, and so they're still doing some of this stuff, right? And nobody wants to go and see the Pixar movies anymore.
Yeah,
Hoppers is...
Yeah, it's the woke, they call them woke movies. I just saw an interview. I believe the gentleman's name is David Weir. He's the director of Hail Mary. And there's a book, self-a-book.
Yes.
And I just saw the interview last night where they were saying he purposely makes his movies without a political message, without a cultural message. Nobody wants to go to the movies and have anything, whatever the message may be, left, right, middle, up, down, sideways.
And what's so popular about Hail Mary is that it's so fresh. Like, okay, it's based on a book. Most movies are these days.
Yeah.
But it's so different from what everything that's being put out in Hollywood. Same with what Angel Studios does, right?
Right.
Some of their movies are. I saw the Bonhoeffer movie now a couple years ago, and that
Yeah.
was kind of fresh. That was kind of new. Or
Sure.
Sound of Freedom that they put out, right?
You're
That
Jim
was
Caviezel, yeah.
yes. That was they're people are tired of just getting sequel after sequel or prequels or just all
Scream
of the
7.
right, all of the slop that Hollywood puts out. And so just to have something that's fresh and new is good.
Yes, and I'd encourage people, go support these movies. Look for the ones when they say 3 days only, because
Yeah.
like The
That
Great
might be your
Awakening.
cue.
That go, and
Yeah.
anything by Angel Studios I'd recommend.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a sweet little movie last Christmas called The Best Christmas Pageant Ever.
That's right.
Sweet movie, Christian themed for sure, based on a book.
Yep.
And I have that book.
Yeah, little book, yeah.
We've got to go see these movies to support them, because a lot of them have to create their own fund to
Yeah,
produce these
yeah.
movies. Because Hollywood's not the best Christmas pageant ever, and it's a Christian theme. Sure, here's $50 million. They're
right.
not going to do it. So they
Yeah.
do a lot of crowdfunding.
Yeah.
So support these movies. Now, the one thing I want to talk about before we go, we got a few minutes. The Chosen is now coming out on November 15th. It's, I believe they're going to go 7 seasons, this season 6. And this is now going to be the persecution and then the crucifixion of Jesus. And then they'll end with the resurrection, probably. And then the next season is going to be basically Acts. And it's going to wrap up some of the storylines of the apostles.
Yeah.
So I know I've heard some critiques of The Chosen. Some we don't want to watch The Chosen critiques because it's not exactly biblical.
Sure.
What is your opinion?
I've never watched The Chosen, but people have talked with me about it. So, I think more my issue is like I think the director of it is Mormon, right? And so why do we have a Mormon director making a Christian show? But anyway, I think I don't know how many people are going to be upset that it's only going 7 seasons, but if you really want a good show, right, it can't just be going on forever and ever and ever, right?
Right.
What made Breaking Bad such a great show was that it ended after only 5 seasons.
Right. Seinfeld ended after 9.
Ended after 9,
Yeah.
right? Cheers. It went 10 or 11, right? So MASH, again, 10 or 11. Some of these really good shows, they do have an actual ending point where, it's not just to churn out more money, but it's to actually have a good story.
Yeah.
And we know that the biblical story is the greatest story ever told, right?
Greatest book.
Greatest book, greatest story. So I think it's okay that it comes to an end after 7 seasons. That's not to say it can't be. I mean, heck, maybe one day it can be syndicated somewhere or put on one of the networks, Netflix or whatever, and continuing to make money there, right?
Yeah. So I've been reading about The Chosen, and I have seen it, but I do want to say a few things. Dallas Jenkins is not Mormon.
Okay. Then he's the
Christian. However, the controversy became when the Mormon Church actually helped fund it.
Oh, okay.
And it was actually,
It's been a while.
They
I
were
couldn't
actually
remember.
playing the series on the BYU station. So some people were going, you shouldn't associate with.
Right.
And then actually Jenkins came out and said, well, we're talking about Jesus here. And, oh, it's over. Oh, go support Christian movies and entertainment, please. You can follow us on Rebel Religion News on Facebook and also YouTube. So thank you very much, Brennan.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
just your church services are when?
10 a.m. Sunday mornings, Redeemer Lutheran Church, 750 Moss Avenue.
Okay, well, God bless everybody and support Christian entertainment.